Senior Scene is here to guide you through your next chapter. Why relationships become harder in midlife. The real reasons. As we move through our 40s, 50s, and beyond, many people start to notice something surprising. Relationships, which once felt natural, effortless, and deeply connected, begin to feel heavier, more complicated, and sometimes even exhausting. It's not just you, and it's not a sign that you're failing at relationships. There are real psychological, emotional, and biological reasons why maintaining relationships becomes harder in midlife, and understanding them can completely change the way you experience this stage of life. Today, we'll explore the deeper forces at work, the hidden pressures you may not even realize you're carrying, and the mindset shifts that can help you reconnect more genuinely and more peacefully than ever before. Let's begin with one of the biggest factors. Many people in midlife experience what researchers call identity compression. In the earlier parts of life, we are often surrounded by constant interaction, school, work, parenting, and growing social circles. But as responsibilities grow, we start defining ourselves through roles. Instead of personal identity, you become a provider, a caregiver, a problem solver, a parent, or a support system. And piece by piece, your personal identity, your curiosity, your emotional needs, your dreams gets pushed aside. When identity becomes compressed, relationships feel harder because connection requires emotional presence, not just functional presence. You may still be around people, but if you don't feel like yourself, connection becomes difficult and often draining. This leads to a sense of emotional distance, not only from others, but from your own inner world. Another major reason relationships become challenging in midlife is emotional fatigue. By the time you reach your 50s or 60s, you've likely lived through decades of responsibilities, pressures, disappointments, and unresolved emotions. The brain becomes more selective with its emotional energy. You no longer tolerate drama the way you once did. You don't have the bandwidth for unstable people, forced relationships, or unnecessary conflict. Your threshold for emotional noise drops sharply, and this is normal. It's not a sign of becoming cold or antisocial. It's a sign of emotional maturity. You simply want depth, honesty, and peace. Another powerful factor is the shrinking of social opportunity. In early adulthood, new relationships form almost automatically. You're surrounded by peers, co-workers, neighbors, classmates, and communities built around shared experiences. But in midlife, routines become repetitive. Life becomes structured. New environments become rare. And relationships require proximity to grow. When new environments disappear, new relationships disappear too. This doesn't mean you're incapable of forming connections. It means the structure of your life provides fewer opportunities for them to naturally occur. We also have to talk about something many people never realize: changing priorities. As people move into the second half of life, their values shift in subtle but powerful ways. You no longer care about fitting in. You no longer seek approval from others. You focus more on stability, meaningful conversations, and genuine reciprocity. Superficial interactions no longer bring joy. You want relationships that feel nourishing, not draining. When your priorities evolve but the relationships around you don't evolve with you, friction naturally develops. Another core challenge is emotional baggage. Everyone accumulates it over the years: hurt, disappointment, betrayal, failed friendships, unresolved family dynamics, and old wounds that never fully healed. In your 20s, you might recover quickly after conflict. But by midlife, every new conflict can feel layered on top of older scars. This is why small misunderstandings can feel disproportionately heavy. Your reaction isn't to the moment, It's to the accumulated years of emotional weight beneath it. There's also a neurological piece that's important to understand. The brain becomes more sensitive to stress as we age. The prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate emotions, becomes more selective. This means you become faster at identifying situations that feel unsafe, draining, or unpredictable. And because of this, you instinctively pull away from relationships that require constant emotional negotiation. You're not avoiding people, you're protecting your nervous system. Another big reason midlife relationships feel harder is the mismatch between emotional capacity and social expectations. Many people assume that because they're older, they should be better at relationships, more patient, more forgiving, and more available. But in reality, as emotional capacity becomes more limited, the pressure to be a good friend or stay close can create guilt. You may feel torn between your desire for solitude and your sense of obligation. This tension makes relationships feel heavier, not because you don't care, but because you care more selectively. Let's talk about something even deeper: unexpressed emotional needs. In earlier life stages, many people suppress their own needs to support family, raise children, advance in their careers, or maintain relationships. By midlife, these buried needs surface. You want authenticity. You want respect. You want connection without pretense. But when those needs go unspoken, relationships begin to feel unbalanced. You sense when you're giving more than you're receiving. You sense when someone doesn't understand your emotional reality. And this imbalance becomes increasingly difficult to tolerate. Finally, one of the most profound reasons relationships become harder in midlife is the changing sense of time. In your younger years, life feels endless. But as you reach your 50s and 60s, you become aware of time as a limited resource. Because of this, you become more intentional. You become more protective of your peace, your energy, and your emotional environment. You stop investing in relationships that feel one-sided. You stop participating in social obligations that feel empty. And you start valuing depth over quantity. This shift is not a loss, it's a transformation. So what can you do to maintain meaningful relationships in midlife? The first step is recognizing that your emotional needs are valid. Prioritize relationships that feel reciprocal, respectful, and calming. The second step is reconnecting with your personal identity. Engage in activities that make you feel alive, curious, and energized. The third step is embracing intentional connection. Reach out to the people who matter. Create small moments of warmth and presence. Relationships in midlife don't need to be many, they need to be genuine. This stage of life offers something younger years rarely provide the clarity to choose relationships that support your emotional health, not drain it. When you understand the real reasons behind these changes, connection becomes lighter, more meaningful, and more deeply rewarding. If you found today's insights helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content designed to support your next chapter. Senior Scene is here to guide you through your journey.